Established around 1930, Nima has grown to be one of the most complex settlements in Ghana's capital, Accra. Like Nairobi's Kibera or Nigeria's Ajegunle, densely populated, it serves as the first home to migrants from all parts of Ghana and West Africa. The population density of this Ghanaian settlement and the clustered nature of its setting places the community in great disadvantage on the social ladder. Yet Nima is thick with ghetto love, unity and neighborliness. With the vociferous medley of hooting traffic, cranked up music and full throttle conversation from the main drag bouncing off the closely packed walls, Nima is dominated by a maze of sneaking backstreet. Wherever building ends, life fills in, from communal prayer in a shaded chamber to seamstresses claiming alleyway corners with their wearing machines. This intense cultural melting pot is largely considered Accra's most impoverished area, mostly dominated by migrants from northern Ghana. Yet, it is not just the complexity that makes Nima tick.
In a three-part documentary that takes us to Nairobi's Kibera, Lagos, Ajegunle, we begin from Nima, Accra. My name is Ndume from IFN TV, and I will be taking you through this journey of a story.
This city council, AME, they are not taking care of Nima because of the money they are collecting from Nima. They are not giving a Nima even a Friday to repair. If you look outside, you will see dirty in the gutter. Now, sometimes, if I wake up, unless I call somebody, I give him 25 Ghana cedis or 30 Ghana cedis to pack those rubbish inside, instead of AME to come and do it. You see? And moreover, to the education system is what is worrying us. You see, we don't have a secondary school in Nima. We don't have it. We don't have it. Sometimes we'll go to some place, you say, you are from Nima, we don't want you. And Nima, before you understand Nima, unless you come and stay in Nima, you will see that you have met a good people. Because a Nima man can't know you that you are a Nima. You fall down on the street and he will leave you. Never.
The government needs to put them eye on we so that we could show our talent and boost our talent to the world to see say we have enough things in a Nima.
Yeah man, it's midweek and it's a million boy representing Nima Dancehall City.
Baba.
Baba.
A soccer field somewhere in the heart of the slum. Kids dressed in school uniform have taken a bite out of class to play football. On sighting my camera, they all pause. Young Halima Suleiman tells me he wants to be a medical doctor.
I want to be a doctor in the future because I want to help many people. And what I need the government to do to our community is they should repair the gutters for us. Because when raining, the gutters, the ballers choke and it causes flood. So we need them to come and do it for us.
There's definitely no way we can talk about Nima without the Nima gutter. For decades, the popular yet infamous gutter had been a major focal point of politics in the area. Like many slums in other African countries, politicians who come during elections and in the guise of providing them all their amenities. But all that talk would end the moment they win and that election is over. Floods in Accra are usually quick and deadly, with some beginning at the slightest raindrop. This gutter here is a major control link to the floods. filled with all kinds of filth and rodents, serving as breeding ground for mosquitoes, rats, rodents and other insects which migrate to surrounding houses to breed and transmit infections into the human populace here. This, in addition to the stench that oozes from the gutter, known to have a total length of 1.2 kilometers, polluting the fresh air of this community, is deadly.
In this area, even if the government brings excavator to come and remove the rubbish from it, they will still put the rubbish into it. There are some people even shit in their rooms, tie it like a takeaway, and they come and put it into the gutter. So it's better for the government to either cover the gutter so that they will not get chance to be pouring the rubbish into it. People do rubbish that is supposed to take it to where they're supposed to take it, but they will just come and pour it into the gutter. Then when the rain falls, you see all this place will be flooded. You can see around, it creates a lot of sicknesses. When cholera comes like this, a lot of people die in the area. You just look around, you can see the cows lying there with their feces all over around. So it's very bad. It's very, very bad. So we are just pleading to the government that it will come into this aid to at least help the community. And we are very thankful that he has even given us a minister for Zongo affairs. And these are some of the things we need the government to be doing. You understand? So we need more being around so that at least we can also live better life.
Apart from being one of the most impoverished areas in Accra, Ghana, Nima, like many slums in Africa, suffers from inadequate provision of basic facilities, housing and water pipes.
You see that we've needs here. By tomorrow, if you come here, you see the refugee that they will come and pile here. We did everything that we can to prevent them from piling water here, but it's zero. That's our major problem here too. You clean here, the following day you come now, you see refuse dump inside sacks. They'll come and pack it here. We've made any efforts to stop that, but still.
With all its huge challenges, Nima still springs forth something to emulate in a part of West Africa where religious tolerance is losing grounds daily. A church and a mosque with over 3 decades history is established here, side by side on the same street. Adamu Mohammed Bamba, alias Coach, is the Imam of the Antin-Hesk Mosque here.
In Nima here, since I was born, we are with the Christians. We come and meet our forefathers with the Christians. They live peacefully. Even they stay in one house. Yes, they even stay in one house. You see a landlord is a Muslim, but the tenant is a Christian. And there is no any argument. You wake up in the morning, you go to your work. When you come back, you say, good morning, my landlord. He say, thank you, you're welcome. How's it? And apart of that, we have intermarried among ourselves. You see that we grow together with the younger ones. During my younger time, we play football together. We do so many things. We eat even together with the Christians. There is no any problem. Your religion is your religion. My religion is my religion.
Mohammed Sanifal was the first resident of Nima to represent the Ayawaso constituency in Parliament in 1979 in Ghana's Third Republic, which was later on truncated by a military coup led by Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. I sat down with him to take a wider look at the Nima suburb. He is also now the chief of Nima.
You were the member of parliament for the Nima constituency in 1979 when Dr. Hilary Liman was the president of the Third Republic of Ghana. Can you take us back to that period? What were some of the changes that you brought into the community and what you thought you could have done more if you had the time?
If you speak to me as a member of parliament and what I did or what I could have done that I didn't do. First of all, we were limited by time. Number two, we were limited by resources. But thirdly, and more importantly, remember that members of parliament are national legislators. We pass budgets, we don't make budgets. It is the business of the executive so to do. What we do, or what we did, was to indicate to them what the needs of our people are and how best they could be met. So we did the best we could under the circumstances. And it will surprise you to know that even some developmental projects took place unexpectedly, given the difficulties that the government had at the time. Yet we managed to chop a few things. A whole area of Nima, for instance, was opened up and roads built to the satisfaction of the people. Culverts and drains were done in some other parts of the constituency. Remember, I told you Nima was only one of the many quarters that constituted the Ayawaso constituency in 1979. Our achievement really was to bring stability and also to try to integrate the whole nation into the fullness of national life, which I think our leaders ably were able to do. We believe if we hadn't been overthrown in 1981 and there were an election in 1982, we would have swept the election easily. But as it happened, we were overthrown, and the rest is history.
But from Nima's seemingly gloomy picture springs forth too an impeccable glamour. Among them is one of the greatest Ghanaian hip-hop group of all time, the VIP. Several attempts to reach them for interview in this documentary didn't work out. Now named VVIP, the group was formed in the late 90s, comprising of friends who all grew up in Nima slum and have grown to become a household name in the Ghana music industry, playing alongside top international artists like 50 Cent and T-Pain, among others.
We come again! That girl over there.
The Nima market is one of the most iconic sites of this slum. It is recognized as one of the biggest markets in West Africa.
Madam, how much are you selling your fish? Okay, give me 2 cedi. Oh, don't worry, don't tie it. I want to see how it is. All right. So now this is the Nima International Market, popularly known as the ECOWAS Market. It's a Wednesday today, which is known as the main market day of the Nima Market. On every day like this, thousands of women troop in from nearby ECOWAS countries to come into this market to sell and buy different products. And this is what the Nima suburb represents to the ECOWAS sub-region, a meeting point of different people. It's been Green Ndume for IFN TV.
In 2016, during Ghana's presidential election campaign, Current President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, then in opposition, as part of his manifesto, promised the establishment of a special ministry to focus on issues relating to slum dwellings like Nima and other inner cities. On January 13, 2017, Honorable Boniface Sadiq was appointed as the Minister of Inner City and Zongo Development.
One of the critical areas of concern for the social cohesion and harmony of our country is the developments that are taking place in our inner cities and in our zongos. It was to meet the challenge of social development in zongos that we committed ourselves to establishing a Zongo Development Fund, and also committed ourselves to making a special effort to develop our inner cities. It's my view that if we're to succeed, not only in delivering on the promises of our manifesto, but more importantly, in the reasons for the promises of the manifesto, the development of our inner cities and our zongos, that they don't become areas of despair, areas of difficulty, areas of social conflict. The development that has to take place has to be coordinated.
But Mohammed Sani Fall, Nima's first member of parliament in 1979, cautions against too much expectations yet on the newly created ministry.
We now have a Ministry of Inner City and Zongo Affairs. We have a minister and perhaps we have a budget. But it is meant for the inner cities of Ghana and the Zongos of Ghana. This, I believe, was in fulfillment of the promise made by the president, then candidate Akufo-Addo, to the country. I think the idea is a good one, if managed well. My fear is the expectations of the people may be higher than what the ministry can provide. I still don't know what the budget of the ministry is. I don't know what instructions the minister has as to what to do with what, whether it is for physical development or something else. Perhaps we will have to wait and see when the programs are rolled out. And then we can comment from a position of knowledge and information. But for now, I do not want to raise too much the hopes of people. For it's the first time that we're saying this. The minister himself would be learning what to do with what. The idea behind it, I doubt, or I do not know whether it's totally, completely thought out fully. But I will say this, that the problems of inner cities and Zongos are big. I doubt if a ministry, of course, a ministry could take the lead, but it's a national problem.
Zongo is a local word for camping or lodging place of travelers. The word, originating from the Sahel region of the north, means caravan and was once used to describe the areas where trans-Saharan traders would rest their loaded camels as they stopped to the fringes of town and settlements in the south to barter cattle and cloth for salt and Ashanti gold. Before long, the Zongo areas became permanently settled by northern Muslim migrants. Now the Sariki Hausawan Nima, known as the chief of the Hausa community in Nima, Amadou Futa's father, was the first inhabitant of Nima. Abdul Salam Mohammed Daru is a product of the Nima slum. He is currently the director of the Yar Salam Opportunity Center, which operates as a hub of activity for young people with skills and talents within Nima.
The center is a social responsibility arm for Afro-Arab group of companies, which is founded by Alhaji Salam Amadou. Afro-Arab group of companies is one of the hugely successful business run by a very young person within the Nima community. And then just at the beginning of this year, we came into partnership. I was in the US at the invitation of the State Department, and he was also in Canada for the One World Leadership Program. And we decided that as two successful young men from Nima, we need to come together, forge some partnership to create further and better opportunities for our people in Nima. So when we came together, we shared the brand Yar Salam and we created an opportunity center. So our objective here is to identify available opportunities within our community and then internationally, and then provide that opportunity to the kind of disperse it to the Nima youth. So what we do here is to first share an office space. If you come here, more than 50 youth operate from this office. This is unprecedented. You go in the Nima community, there are a lot of young people who have initiatives that they do not have office space. So what we have done here is by this opportunity center, we've created an office for every single initiative. That is why you come here, you see we are running a lot of initiatives. And it's because of that that we call it non-governmental ministry. We have so many initiatives that if we were a governmental ministry, it is well enough and befitting. So part of the things we do here is training. We train youth within our community because we look at the opportunities available, and then we look at your skills, we look at your talents, and we look at your passion, and we provide you the requisite training so that you can fit into that particular opportunity. We also provide opportunities for internship here. We have a lot of people who are here as interns because all these projects that we have, we want the Nima youth to own those projects, to manage those projects. So at the beginning of the Opportunity Center, we organize a capacity building in collaboration with Dreamline Creativity Network to build the capacity of the youth within the Nima and then hand over all these projects to them. So here we have projects like Yar Salam Publishers, where we are looking at people who are into publishing. So we publish books, stories, research works, and what have you, done within the Nima community and beyond. We are looking at Zongo 360, which is an online portal that we are giving to people. When you go to Nima 24, which is a subsidiary of Zongo 360, every single news item that is happening within the Nima community, you find it there. This is a story of Nima carried by the Nima people. We are telling our own story. We have Zongo Business Incubator, which basically identifies grassroots businesses, food vendors, traditional trade within the Nima community, and we are incubating them, we are promoting them. We are also giving them finances through the Afro-Arab Microfinance. We have started with the Ayawaso Multimedia Group. We've currently linked them up with Kent State University in Accra, where we are incubating a training module for them to be trained further in their multimedia, photography, videography business. And then after that, we will also have a program with them to support them with finances, buy equipment for them so that they can actually do their work and do it effectively. We have a research outreach here that conducts research. Many a times people have opinions, stereotypes about Nima, which is unfounded, which is negative, and in actual extent, it's not true. Gone are the days when the image of Nima is negative. Today, everybody comes to realize that the Nima brand is a positive brand. It's a brand that represents progress. It's a brand that represents passion. It's very quality across politics, across industries, music, and everything.
Don't say Nima of yesterday is not Nima of today. Right now, Nima change. We all are working on our education and our talents. Is it? You know, say we're there with the bus, man. Everybody there in Nima right now. Most people think of Nima of yesterday is the same as Nima of today. Right now, we are blend our talents some way. Eh? Some people are play football and some people are do music. So we like this, we do music, and this is my colleagues' multi-roles. So they will say, Farabaka na che du kakasa, mbiki kasa, akanano du kakasa, mbiki kasa. Fufu Nazalla. Them a ball a bed, but we are eagle. We fly and bust it upon the evil.
Them call me multi-rolls, tell me them wanna roll. Some line them in a roll, come sit like spring rolls. You don't know, this a multi-rolls representing Nima dancehall city, is it?